Good morning, Jubilants. It's good to have you here. Really grateful to have the opportunity to share the magic of the land that I'm living on, some of the sounds of the area that I'm in. It's an amazing blessing to get to be alive and to listen to the songs that are happening around us just by being. Some of you may remember years ago there was a series of interviews that Bill Moyers did with Joseph Campbell. And Campbell talked a lot about how the indigenous traditions from all over the globe basically have very similar related messages, that the essence of a lot of these messages that come from all over the world are essentially telling a very similar story. They're telling the same story in different kinds of ways. And at the end of this, I think it was like 12 or 15 interviews, on the very last episode, Bill Moyers asked him, he said, so should we, as we go forward, should we be like trying to learn all these different traditions and trying to learn all this different stuff? And Moyers didn't hesitate. He said, no. He said, what you do is to know that they're all related, and then to take the tradition where you are, that you came up in, and go deeper, take it deeper. And years ago, when I came to Asheville, and there was all these really cool philosophies and new agey stuff and all these different kinds of things that were in Asheville, at one point I read or saw someone said, take the spirituality, go into the spirituality of the land that you live on. And that's a good way to ground, is to just draw from the spirituality of the land that you live on. And I want to share 3 real quick little subject lines that were in my email this morning, right next to each other. One was think global, eat local. And right next to it, it said, baby bees need our help. And then the next one was meet the black farmers embracing climate resiliency. Now, how's that for a gathering of all of the various kinds of things that we're struggling with as humans and as life forms on this planet? But here we are together, a few of us, a handful of us, meeting, many of us in the Asheville area and some from other places on this good earth, with the opportunity to show up and realize that we're all part of this and that we all have unique and precious gifts to share with all our relations. So with deep gratitude and wonder and joy, let's awaken our souls. Oh, yeah? Awake, my soul. Awake, my soul. Awake, my soul. You were made to meet your maker. You were made to meet your maker. You were made to meet your maker. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you for that introduction, Daniel. Thank you for that beautiful scenery you're bringing us from the mountains here. You know, this whole week I've had all these great ideas about what to say and what to share, and then most parts of it just escape me whenever I hear somebody else say something. And it's kind of like seeing a butterfly or something shiny, or there goes the squirrel. But to remember that in nature, whenever we're talking about returning to nature, let's remember, before there was the language of man, there was the language of the wind. There was the voices and the harmonies of the wind blowing through the leaves and the trees and across the grass and across the water. So if you will, join me this morning in honoring the directions. Instead of calling, like call across the house, hey, Grandpa, dinner's ready, come get it. No, let's go to them. Let's go to them and present ourselves in a good way. Especially in this time of Earth Day coming up. Let's remember to offer the best of ourselves, because each and every day, with each and every breath, Mother Earth is giving the best of herself to us. So with that, if you will, let's face to the east, please. Way away. Face to the south, please. Way away, away, higher, way higher. Away, 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 higher. Away, 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 higher. Away, 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 high. Way, oh, high, oh, hey. Face to the west, please. Way away, away higher, away higher. Away, away, away higher. Away, away, away higher. Away, away, away high. Way, oh, high, oh, hey. Face to the north, please. Way away, away higher, away higher. Away, away, away higher. Away, away, away higher. Away, away, away high. Way, oh, high, oh, hey. And if you will, face your center, wherever it is your eyes open, looking to the sky or to the universe, whether it's you looking within yourself. Way away, away higher, away higher. Away, away, away higher. Away, away, away higher. Away, away, away high. Way, oh, high, oh, hey. Take a deep breath, please. In a good way. Oh.
Oh, thank you, Yona. So now we're going to hear a song by Ruth Elliot, which it's gonna be a video that's gonna be shared with you. And so I think we're ready for that now. I think Ruth, you're in with us here today. So welcome, and I look forward to hearing this song.
Desert dreams of a river that will run down to the sea. Like my heart longs for an ocean to wash down over me. Oh, won't you take me from this valley to that mountain high above? And I will pray till I see your smiling face. I will pray to the one I love. Oh, the outcast dreams of acceptance, just to find your love's embrace. Like an orphan longs for his mother, may you hold me in your grace. Oh, won't you take me from this valley to that mountain high above? And I will pray till I see your smiling face. I will pray to the one I love. Ooh, 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 a strong wind that will flow beneath her wings, like a voice longs for a melody. Oh, Jesus, carry me. Oh, won't you take me from this valley to that mountain high above, and I will pray, pray, pray till I see your smiling face. Will pray, pray, pray to the one I love, and I will pray, pray, pray till I see your smiling face. I will pray, pray, pray to the one I love.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was awesome. Thanks so much, Ruth. That was so wonderful. Yeah. Well, it's going to be hard for the Jubilee congregation to follow that, but we're just going to have to do it because that's what it says here in the bulletin. And I encourage you to check out the Hunger Basket link in the chat there. Put a little bit of your gift, a little bit of your love in there as we sing this song. And we're not going to have the words on the screen, but they're pretty easy. The lesson's a little more challenging. There's a grandmother talking to me. There's a grandmother talking to you. There's a grandmother singing to me. There's a grandmother singing to you. And if you stop and listen, maybe you'll hear what you've been missing. Yeah, if you stop and listen, maybe you'll hear what you've been missing. Hear Big Mom telling me another story. Yeah, hear Big Mom, she's singing me another song. Hear Big Mom, she's telling me another story. Yeah, I hear Big Mom, she's singing me another song, and she says, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back for you. I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back for you. Grandmother talking to me. Yeah, there's a grandmother talking to you. There's a grandmother singing to me. And a grandmother singing to you. And if you stop and listen, maybe you'll hear what you've been missing. And if you stop and listen, maybe you'll hear just what you're missing. Hear Big Mom telling me another story. Yeah, I hear Big Mom, she's singing me another song. Hear Big Mom, she's telling me another story. Hear Big Mom, she's singing me another song. I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back for you. I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back for you. I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back for you. Yeah, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back, I'll be coming back for you. always back for you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you, grandmother. So I'm going to do a little something different here for the Buddhist bowl, since I don't have a Buddhist bowl. What I'm going to do is go back, come back, and so let's come back. Let's come back to her. Let's come back to her again. You know, it's been 15 minutes now, and that tree is still there. And that tree over there is still there. And that tree over there is still there. So why are we watching this video again, Daniel? We saw that already. We heard that bird already, Daniel. Why are we watching this again? Well, we've never been in this moment before, have we?
Welcome to the mystery.
Yeah, welcome to the mystery. Let's listen a little more. If you like, you can send a prayer to me or Yona or other people in the community. Share a little something that's in your heart, something you're noticing right now. In the mists of the morning we open to all of the gifts of the day. We open our hearts to take it all in and give it all back in our way. Let us sing of the beauty around us. Let us sing of the beauty within. Oh, hear the earth tell that all shall be well. Anam Cara. Anam Cara. Soul friend. So this morning we are really blessed to have Yona's sister, who we've heard referred to many times over the years in various ways. And it's so great to see you, Marvel, finally, and to meet you virtually, and to have you to come with us and to share of your heart.
Ashunale, Gawoni, Anashko Histi. Good morning, good day. My name is Marvel, And like Yona, after hearing some of the things that you spoke about this morning, about the balance and the elders and our past relations, I honor and respect our past relations, and being here right now today with everyone today, and just going to the future, the next 7 generations in a good way. So I wanted to share a story with you because all cultures have a creation story. And to us as Cherokee, one of the creation stories is the balance of Mother Earth. And Mother Earth, you know, and Father Sky gave Mother Earth the spark to evolve life, whatever life that may be. And Mother Earth gave us Judiculla. And Judiculla, he could speak to all the plants and the animals. And I mean, he kept the balance. He kept the balance of what that meant in that world that day. And so as they evolved, as the world evolved, you know, as creatures, as human beings came along. So it was a big task for Judiculla to keep that balance. To keep that balance of all the plants and all the animals and as creatures known as human beings. And so along this journey, there was some human beings out hunting, and it wasn't time to hunt. So Judiculla kind of got upset, and he came down because Mother Earth had given him this task to keep the balance of all creation. And so whenever he came down hard, and he put his hand down on this rock, and today his handprint is still in that rock. But along with that came his writings. He wrote when the seasons were to be, when you were to hunt, when you were to gather, and when you were to plant. And believe it or not, as human beings, learned about medicine from the creatures, because the animals, they taught us about medicine. They taught us about how to even talk, like how we're talking today. And so in that creation, you know, it was time for Judiculla to move on. And Judiculla said, well, us human beings, you know, he thought that we had enough sense to keep the balance of all creation. So from that day on, we are here, and I don't know if people have ever heard of Judiculla Rock. It's located in Cullowhee, North Carolina, and it's a petrograph, and you will see writings in it, and you will also see a handprint in it where Judiculla left his mark, and for us human beings to go by those writings. And saying all that, you know, I am honored to be here with you today, and I give honor to all 7 directions, north, east, south, and west, Father Sky, Mother Earth, but most of all, right here. The 7th direction is you, in your spirit. And we have a word in Cherokee we say tohi, meaning in the white world it's called homeostasis, but here it's called tohi, and that's honoring our past relations, being here now, being balanced here now, to evolve our future generations, our future 7 generations in a good way. So I say that in Shki, Ashunale.
Oh. Thank you, Marble. You know, I really appreciate not only being here to be a member of this community, to wear this stole, and to wear my mismatched socks, because without a mother, we need a father. And so I'm wearing the mismatched socks to represent Howard, who helped born this community. But the inspiration that I have gathered from this woman over the years, and how she has taken on our gift as that we were given in children of being raised in nature and being raised by people of the earth. The Tsalagi Anawiya, the principal people, or loosely translated, the first people of the earth. So thank you, Marvel, for sharing with us in that way. I want to share with you the readings. And again, getting back to nature and all the different paths that we around the world are seeking. And us as individuals, how do we determine where that path is? And to me, it all goes back to knowing what your root is. As long as we know what our root is, then we know what fruit to bear in life. But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, it will teach you, or let the fish of the sea inform you. Which of all of these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In God's hand is the life of every creature and breath of all humankind. And that's in the Holy Bible of Job, chapter 12, verses 7 through 10. Also, I want to read from Chief Seattle of the Western tribes of the Pacific Northwest. What befalls the earth befalls the children of the earth. The earth does not belong to humans. Humans belong to the earth. All things are connected like the blood that unites us all. Humans did not weave the web of life. They are merely a strand within it. What we do to the web, we do to ourselves. This is ancient wisdom and holy word. Thanks be to all that is wise and holy. All creation is wisdom and holy word. All creation sings of wisdom and God. Hallelujah. So enough about me, and now for more about me, introducing me to bring your message today. And I'm so happy to be here to share with you because of this time as we're returning to nature, and how do we do that? As I'm looking here, I saw that we got a message from someone that's joining us from the Philippine Islands. And the diversity of, as this springtime comes for us in this northern hemisphere, in this time where we are starting to see the reflowering, the reseeding, the repopulation, the repollinization of our earth. And we ask this global wind to blow, because when we call the directions and we call to the wind, it isn't just for us. Maybe in that parallel or universe where we're the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere is maybe experiencing something just a little bit opposite than what we are, but we're still experiencing the lessons of the earth. And the same wind that blows and shares the messages and the vibrations and the voices of our past is the very same wind that drives their life as well. You ever think that maybe the Aboriginal or the indigenous people of the South begin the same way, asking for those same winds? Maybe because they're on the southern hemisphere, maybe they pray to the north for the wind instead of to the south for the wind instead of the north like we do here. Maybe it's flip-flop. And maybe that's the balance that we're being taught of how to return to nature. At each and every turn, we're looking for answers. We're fond of, in our native ways of sharing the Dorothy complex or the Dorothy story. You know, the Wizard of Oz. You know, I never had to leave my own backyard to find what I was looking for. But it was necessary to take the journey in order to learn that all you had to do was click your moccasins together 3 times and you could always go back home. So with that in mind, as we journey into the world, as we journey into the world of the internet, and we go into Google and we Google spirituality, and we check out all these other idealisms of different peoples from around the world to see what their path is. Before there was all this electricity and all this technological knowledge, the first beings used the first Google. They looked to the wind Who am I? And they listen. They listen to nature. They didn't wait for Wikipedia. They didn't wait for a Botanica encyclopedia for someone to come along and tell them. They would stand in nature. Wind nation, all the voices in the wind and all the ancestors within. Who am I? And they would stand and listen. And if they heard no answer, they would go to the water. Ancestors of the water, with all your great wisdom and all your fluid knowledge, with all the nourishment that you have to grow with the seed of my life. Who am I? Who are my roots? What fruit do I bear? Share with me, water nation, who I am. And if there was no answer, they would turn to the sun. Who am I? They would turn to the earth, and who am I? Now, back then, I'm pretty sure they didn't have the linear time thing going on. So maybe it took a little while for the communication of the wind and the light and the water and the animals in the air, of all the tree people to come together in council and ponder the question that was asked them. Who am I? Because the person asking wasn't Yona. He was a human being. Before there was identity, before there was dark hair and dark skin, before there was Caucasian or Pacific Islander or Asian, before any of this division, there was the wind and there was life. And there was breath upon the life that was given to us by the Creator. When we're able to, every Sunday, we come down here to Jubilee and we gather, and this is our center point, this Mother Earth symbol. And as I stand here in the place where we gather to worship and to give the best of ourselves, I look at these prayer flags that our community has expressed themselves through. These are the pollinated seeds that will be spread across the earth to bring joy and bring alive the vision and the prayers that we all pray for the earth. If we're looking for a way to return to earth and return to nature, then each and every one of you, if you're sitting right here right now listening and watching this screen or listening for wherever you are, you want to experience a miracle? Everybody with me, just for a moment, just quiet yourself and take a nice deep breath and hold it just for a second and let it go. There's one miracle. Take another breath and let it go and experience the second miracle. And be conscious of each and every miracle that's being shared with us. Because as a child, I feel that I was given a fresh breath of life without really appreciating each and every breath that I was given. To wake up in the morning, being woken up by a grandfather that wouldn't wake us up by saying anything, he'd just pinch us by the ear. It's kind of time to get up. And he would go outside and he would make offerings and he would talk to the earth. Whenever we'd go hunting, he would ask. He'd tell us stories of whenever the Cherokee people of this land, the indigenous people of this land, of how we all came with respect, love, and honor. That instead of the ways of humans, because as I've been sharing pretty much all this week with other classes and other people, is that we as human beings may be like number 2,387,000 on the food chain list. We're way down the food chain list when it comes to essential life on this earth. The krill of the ocean. These little things that live on this planet, and some we don't even know about yet. Talk about a great mystery in the sky. Think about what's right at our feet. And if we're going to return to nature, and if we're going to ask these things, and we're going to look to different deities that represent the different powers of the earth and all the saints within the churches, because whether it's secularized religion, whether you're agnostic, whether you're a Christian, whether you're Catholic or whatever it is, you know what it is? In the end, there's one light. And that one light is what we're striving for as seeds, as roots of this earth, and we're reaching for the light, and we're trying to embrace the light. And there are times whenever, if we're so negligent about what we're doing in life, then it's going to create a difference in the environment. There was a time whenever all the people of the earth would come out and they would join as one, and they would look up to the sky, and they would pray to the sun and give thanks. Every day, the people would come out and honor the sun. Then one day, and all the people had come out and they were praying to the sun and giving thanks and gratitude. The beloved woman of the tribe, she felt a difference in the energy. And she turned over and looked over her shoulder. And off in a short distance was a young man. Instead of raising his hands to the sky, he was on all fours praying to the earth. A small tear ran down the corner of her eye because she saw what was about to happen. Day after day, the people would come out. Day after day, the elders would feel the energy, and they would look, and more people would be over there praying to the earth. And the tears began to flow because they saw that there was going to be a division. And the division was so great and so true in nature that the very tears that our elders cried because they saw what come began to form a stream. And pretty soon that stream became a river. The divide between the people that prayed for the sun and people that prayed to the earth became so wide, and the tears grew so great, and the water and the river grew so wide they could hardly see one another from shore to shore. In the village of the people that prayed to the sun was a young girl. And every day the young girl would go down to the water to fetch water for her people, whether it was to drink or whatever they might need it for in the village for cooking or washing. And every day she would go down to the water and she'd wonder what was out there. And one day as she was standing there wondering at the beauty around her, way across the water, she looked and she saw. It had to be the most beautiful young man she had ever seen in her life. And all of a sudden, her heart went out to him. And she sang out to the wind her love song and asked the wind to carry her love song to the young man so that he might know her love. In the village of the people that prayed to the earth was a young man. Every day, the young man would go down to the river and fetch water for his people, for whatever the village may need it for. Every day, he would go to the water and he would breathe in the beauty of the sky and the water. One day, he looked way across the water and saw what he knew to be the most beautiful young woman he had ever seen. And his heart ached for her. So the young man called out to the wind his love song and asked the wind to carry his love song to her so that she might know his love for her. Day after day, the young couple would come down by the water and announce their love to the earth. And they prayed and they prayed. One day, as the young boy and the young girl were out by the water, pouring their heart out with all their love, the great eagle came. The great eagle came from the sky. It soared and it came and it landed in front of the young woman and gave her an eagle feather. And the young woman sang her love song for the eagle and asked the eagle to carry her love song to the young man. The eagle easily flew across the river, gave the young man a feather. And the young man sang his love song and asked the eagle to share that song with her. And as the eagle rose up into the sky, singing the song, they knew it was time. So they began walking toward one another to join their love. And even though they knew that the river was strong and wide and the current was swift, and everybody knew that downriver there was a tall waterfall that was certain death if you ever went over it. But their love had to be joined. The wind had made it so. The great eagle had come and blessed this love. And as they swam toward each other and as the current started to take them downstream, they continued to sing their song. After a while, the people in the villages began to wonder, where is she? The people of the earth, where is he? And they went down as a tribe to the water and they saw what was happening. They could hear the song being sung in the wind, but they didn't understand quite yet what was happening. And they heard the love song and they saw the two young lovers trying to come and unite the love. And the people realized that if they started to sing, that the waters of the river began to narrow. And as the people from the village of the sun and the people from the village of the earth, as they began to sing the very same song, and as they began to raise their voice as one tribe, the waters began to narrow. And as they raised their voice and they saw the miracle that was happening in front of them, that if they only come together and unite as one voice and one breath, then we can save this love. So both sides of the river were singing and filling the sky and the wind with their voice, praying for love, hoping for love. But they saw they were going to be too late. And they saw the couple coming to the edge of the waterfall. And right before they went over the edge of the fall, the great eagle came and lifted them up, flew them around the earth, all the way back to the beginning. And to us, we know that that is how the equator was created. That balance line in the earth, the up, the down, the north, the south, the light, the day. This balance was created by love. It was created by two representatives of the earth, one from the sky. And let's remember, as we give back and return to nature, I want to share with you the song. And if you will, just for a moment, take a few moments to experience a few miracles of breathing in and out. And to return to nature sometimes can't be said in human words. Sometimes we can only say it in our own language. Sometimes that only language is silence. But a love song for the earth. Wena eto wekaye na ela weshaneyo ananeyo weya atela eta wekaye hanitso elaneyo Ananeyo weya na 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 weyo ana we kayeto we chane he we ne ya. Na na we yo. Ana we kaye to we chane he we ne ya. We o. Na we o. Quela e choe ne o kae ta we shane kae. Anani yo we ya. Te la we choe hoa ta e ta we sha ke no e. Anani yo we ya. Na we yo. Ana we kaye to we chane he we ya. Na we yo. Ana we kaye to we chane he we ne ya. We yo. Na we yo. Na we yo. Ana we kaye to we chane he we ne ya. Na we yo. Ana we kaye to we chane he we ne ya. We yo. Na we yo. Na we yo. Na we. Breathe. And oh yeah.
Oh, Yona, thank you so much for that beautiful story of love and healing for ourselves and for the earth. Thank you, thank you. So Yona is holding a sweat lodge building and ceremony this Saturday for the first 25 people who sign up. So if you email me ASAP, I'll put you on the list so you can be included. This is a wonderful opportunity to learn why and how the Cherokee people build these sacred spaces and to spend more time in song and prayer with Yona. My email and details on all of this week's Jubilee in Action announcements are in chat, the newsletter, and on the JIA page of our website. Also for Earth Day, there are a couple of Creation Care Alliance events coming up, including a virtual Earth Day vigil with readings and prayers and songs next Sunday. And the next series of Eco Grief Circles start on May 13th. Jubilee is partnering with the Pauline Murray Center for History and Social Justice to present a program called Just Conversation, a series of online discussions with activists about the lessons they've learned working a long time with people who share their goals, but not all of their identities. The first conversation will feature Reverend Naomi Tutu, who spoke here a few months ago, and Rose Bader on Thursday, May 20th. We're still working to find ways to get small groups of people safely together in person here in Jubilee, including holding watch parties, getting the care and compassion team back together, and helping out in the office at 46 Wall Street. And thanks to Melody LeBaron, there are lots of new racial equity resources on the Jubilee website. And finally, if you have any Jubilee in Action news to share, just please email me. And again, my email, all of the links for today's announcements are in chat, the newsletter, and the JIA page of the website. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Michele. Really appreciate all that you're doing to let us know about all the cool stuff that's happening here. So we're gonna have the band magically appear before you, and we invite you to sing along as the band takes off here. As the band takes off here. Here we go. Mortals join the happy chorus which the morning stars began. Love divine is reigning o'er us, joining all in heaven's plan. Ever singing march we onward, joyful in the midst of strife. Joyful music leads us sunward in the holy song of life. Yeah, like that. You want to do it again? Because we can? What the heck? Mortals join the happy chorus which the morning stars began. Love divine is reigning o'er us, joining all in heaven's plan. Ever singing march we onward, joyful in the midst of strife. Joyful music leads us sunward in the holy song of life. Woo! Oh yeah.
Woo! Thank you for that, Daniel, and thank you, Jubilee. And, you know, as we get ready to move into this week of Earth Day, let's be conscious of how we're walking and, you know, what footprints we're leaving. And so with a blessing, I've asked my sister Marvel to once again to come up and maybe share a few words of blessing with us as we go out into the week. Know that I love you, I honor you, and am honored to be in service of this community, and so much love to each and every one of you.
Ashunale. Ashunale means it's a good day in every aspect of being here, being with you, being in touch with Mother Earth, and in just the respect of just being a human being and being in your presence. So I say Ashunale quite a bit, and I hope that everyone seeks their tohi, which means, you know, find your balance with all the directions, all the 7 directions. And we do not have a word in Cherokee for goodbye. It's Degadagahoya, meaning until we meet again in this walk or in the next walk. And Gangayu means I love you from the bottom of my heart, from all 7 directions. So thank you for letting me be here today, and thank you for letting me share. So Degadagahoya.
Thank you so much, Marvel. So we're going to sing All Shall Be Well. That's all we need to know right now. All shall be well. You can unmute if you want, and we can hear each other singing. All shall be well. Some of us don't really.
Uh-oh. Oops.
That's
weird.
But there it
all shall be well.
All
shall be well.
be well.
All shall be
Yes.
well. Even when we aren't in sync always. All manner of things shall be well. Isn't it amazing? All shall be well. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,